This grab and go gimmick will allow you to take a handkerchief from your close-up case with very open hands, very openly showing the back and the front of the handkerchief, definitely nothing there, and then all of a sudden you produce an entire pack of 52 playing cards. A very easy production. Here's another view of it one more time, a more of a recent video using the same gimmick. Once again, the handkerchief is shown front and back. Fingers are open the entire time you're showing the handkerchief. Nothing in the hands apparently. And when it's time, you simply reach in and produce an entire pack of playing cards. The gimmick is exactly the same for both versions, so let's take a look. This is the original grab and go gimmick. It's just a half of a card box with black duct tape wrapped around it because my handkerchief has a lot of black in it. A thumb tip which has been glued to the box at an angle so that when your thumb is within the thumb tip, the box is held at an angle so that the deck of cards in here will be lying against the palm of your hand. And what I did, I modified this thumb tip a little bit. I cut a little slit in it there, and I cut a tiny portion out, also a little slit. It's kind of hard to see, maybe a slit going down the front and a slit going down the front, so that I can actually tuck a little bit of handkerchief underneath that slit, which gives me instant access to this corner of the handkerchief, making spreading the handkerchief open a little bit easier for me. Basically, it works the same way. The cards go into the gimmick. The half card box is covered. Take the handkerchief and place it into the slit underneath the thumbnail, just like that. And now everything is placed inside your close-up case in this fashion. So you can reach in and just go ahead and grab the thumb tip and the deck of cards in one swoop. So you reach in, you grab the thumb tip, you grab the handkerchief, pull everything out, and it's covered from mostly all angles. You drop the handkerchief, and when you drop the handkerchief, you don't have to worry about that one corner falling down because it's stuck underneath the thumbnail of the thumb tip. You pull it out, you spread it out like this, and you hold the handkerchief with the cards in perfect tenkai palm automatically because of that card case. Now my fingers underneath also support the cards, as well as my first finger and thumb, which is in the thumb tip. So you show the handkerchief, you place your right hand in back of your left hand. They go different directions. You come back again. When you're ready to produce the cards, the left hand takes the handkerchief corner and pulls it up between these three fingers, almost like a dove, like you're doing a dove production. It comes over and in between the three fingers. It comes up like that. You then set the entire deck of cards in the palm of your hand. Those two fingers drag the handkerchief back over top of the pack. The right hand comes underneath the front part of the handkerchief that's hanging down, and it plops it over on top. What you're going to be doing is basically grabbing this whole deck of cards and pulling that out, but through two layers of the handkerchief. You grab the handkerchief, flip it backwards, grab the cards, pull them out of the box, thumb fan them, turn your left hand over, dumping the gimmick into your hands. You can grip it with your fingers underneath, and then you simply remove the cards and get rid of the handkerchief. Let's take a look at it from the front. Here's the presentation slowed down for you. Reach into the bag, grab the thumb tip with the deck of cards, grab the handkerchief covers everything. You drop the handkerchief, you retrieve the corner which is tucked underneath the thumb tip's nail, reverse your hands, show both sides of the handkerchief, holding your fingers relaxed upon the handkerchief, show both sides once again. This time you can actually flip the handkerchief up and down a little bit with your left hand, pulling the handkerchief up between your fingers, like a dove production almost. You flip the top part of the handkerchief back, reach forward, bring the other part of the handkerchief back, grab the cards, and pull them out of the card box for the production. Just that easy. The angles on this production are very forgiving, especially if you hold the handkerchief closer to your body as you show the front and the back. Now let's take a look at the vintage footage of the original grab-and-go deck production. You're going to need a handkerchief. This is a bit of material from Joann Fabrics. It's a lame material. I chose it because it was gold on one side, black on the other, kind of colorful. On one end of the handkerchief, one edge of the handkerchief, sew a button on one end. You can actually cover that up and sew it inside so it's never really seen. Although since this is my prototype, and I really have never built another one because this one's working so well from the very beginning, I didn't even hem the edges. Eventually I'll make one up that looks a little bit more professional looking. So on one side of the handkerchief you have a button that is sewn onto the corner. On the other side of the handkerchief you have half of a card box that you cut apart. Take a regular card box, cut it in half, put duct tape, whatever color matches your handkerchief. In this case I'm using black because of the black side. Duct tape does come in red, yellow, green, other colors if you choose to use that color of a handkerchief. You're also going to need a thumb tip. Let's bring the camera up a little bit closer and I'll describe to you exactly how I've glued this thumb tip box to my handkerchief. And as you can see here, I have taken my thumb tip and I've cut just the tip of it off, so it's a little bit faster to get my thumb in and out without having to extract my thumb from the entire length of a full thumb tip. So just use the tip of the thumb tip. You then glue the thumb tip using hot glue down to the left upper corner of the card box that you've cut in half and that you've covered in duct tape. So the thumb tip gets glued down to the box. Also, the thumb tip, the very tip of the thumb tip, gets glued, hot glued to the handkerchief. So there's glue right around this edge here. The handkerchief is actually glued down to the tip of the thumb tip, and also on the box. There's glue underneath this material here. The glue is underneath, and that's attached to the box, so that when you grab the corner, everything is going to be exactly where it needs to be when you need to perform this effect. The playing cards go face down inside the box. And the real secret, if there is a secret of performing grab and go, is to simply apply pressure with your first finger and thumb. Apply pressure and exert it backward towards your wrist a little bit. And that will lock these cards in place between this point and this point, so that if you had to, you could turn your hand even upside down and those cards aren't going to escape from the half of the card box. Whenever I perform grab-and-go deck production, I simply take the pack in this setup state, set it up and down in this position inside my close-up case on top of the handkerchief, which is underneath. It's in this condition, sitting inside of my close-up case, so all I have to do is put my thumb into the thumb tip, and I'm just about ready to go. I simply reach into my case, put my thumb into the thumb tip, I lift the pack out, throw the handkerchief up over my hand to cover up the deck, and I bring everything out of my close-up case. It's just that easy. After you bring it out of the case, you simply release the handkerchief, holding it with your first finger and thumb, fingers open. Since the deck is in Tenkai palm, nothing is seen from the front. You immediately grab the other end of the handkerchief, which has the button in it, making it very easy to feel whenever you get to that point. You then take your right hand and cross your right hand in back of your left hand. Your left hand goes to the right, showing the other side of the handkerchief. You reverse the actions, bringing the handkerchief back to the front. Now the right hand with the Tenkai pack palmed is going to travel to the elbow, the inside elbow of my left arm, as my left hand dives underneath the handkerchief, just like that. The left hand raises the handkerchief up in the air a little bit to create a wall, as the right hand with the cards Tenkai palm come up and deposit the entire pack in the palm of your left hand. You remove your hand from the thumb tip, showing the palm of your hand empty right here. You can gesture towards the edge of the handkerchief. The cards were in this position. We were showing the front and the back of the handkerchief. The left hand goes under the handkerchief, the right hand comes back to the inside of your elbow. Your right hand then deposits the entire pack in the palm of your hand. As soon as your left hand has hold of the cards, your right fingers open up to show the palm of your hand empty at this point, and you're apparently just stroking the handkerchief. Now for the production. All you have to do is grab one layer of handkerchief from the front that's hanging down, bring it around and up and over the top, and with your thumb and first fingers, you grab the protruding deck of cards, bring them out of the card case, fan them, a one-hand pressure fan, or thumb fan. You bring them around the top, and the card case and thumb tip get deposited between your little finger, and the other fingers, the bottom three fingers of your right hand, the card case and the thumb tip actually gets gripped on the back side just like that. So from the front, it looks as though you've just produced a deck of cards. Take the cards away, everything's hidden underneath the handkerchief. You simply drop it into your close-up case, and that